friends, welcome back to my channel. It is Felicia Latrice and we are back with another pick a card reading. Today is going to be another open-ended mystery selection. What do you need to know right now? Okay, so we have 3 cards for me to choose from. The first one is represented by the crocodile spirit and its patience. Pile 2 is represented by the spider and its create. And pile 3, you're represented by the jellyfish spirit and you are intention. So you can use any of those details to choose. You can also choose from the timestamps down below. But let's hop right on in. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Personal readings are available on a limited basis. We are working on a better system so that we're able to more efficiently book. I know there's been a couple people wanting to book personals. I also do income-based rates as well. But you have to communicate that to me. Yeah, so email me. All the information that you need to know about me is down in the description box. If you would like to give back to the channel in any way, that information is down in the description box as well. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers. Thank you for helping me get remonetized. Just thank you guys. But let's hop right on in because we have a juicy reading today. Okay, let me know how this resonates. Subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you guys in your selection. Bye. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your selection. Okay. So, some of you guys, you're needing to be very patient with someone or something right now, okay? Maybe there's a complex decision that you need to make, or something involves like a lot of consideration. But I feel like if I'm hearing some type of particular strategy that you're wanting to apply, okay? This could be against opponents, other competitors in your market. This could be any kind of big decision that you need to make, but I definitely feel like if particularly in this pile, you got people in competition with you. Now, whether this is a real competition or not, it definitely just feels like somebody who wants to, or some group of people who want to be in opposition to you. And I feel like your strategy involves waiting and an educated prediction. Okay, I'm hearing you guys are very scientific or very logical and rational. I'm hearing the scientific method. Like some of you guys are like, you're making like an educated hypothesis, or you're predicting your enemies, or you're predicting their behavior based on like how they like have habitually shown up. So observe their habits and strike when you're ready. I definitely feel like for some of you guys, some of you, this is like a past situation where like you've like done this multiple times. Like you just know that people are going to, like your competitors or people are just going to like reveal their strategy without even knowing it. Like these people are not very good at like concealing their true desires. They're not very good at like outwitting and out-strategizing you, if I'm being quite honest. I feel like, whatever, situation you're dealing with, it might involve you using caution. But I feel like, a lot of this is like, you've been very patient. I kind of didn't finish that thought from earlier. Some of you, this is like a past situation where you've already, these people you've observed these people for quite some time, and you've just like, you've caused them to disappear, or they dissipated in some type of way. For others, you're like in the thick of something, and like maybe you're trying, like there's a complex decision to make around something, and you're trying to like decide like when to strike, okay? When to strike. I'm hearing that you, oh my God, pile 1, you're kind of like vicious. I'm not sure. With all due respect, You're kind of vicious because I feel like you explosively and devastatingly attack people and they're not prepared for it. It is because like you take your time in observing their behavior and like analyzing their strategies and like how they show up consistently. It's just like you're able to like draw your insight from like your observation that you've had of these people, and you are very, very patient. For some of you, you've been very patient in devastating someone, and I feel like the biggest thing that you need to know right now is that you're a winner. Okay, you're just a winner. And like you don't make any like impulse decisions. Okay, so somebody here, like, you're definitely feared. Like people are very scared of you. Pile one, and like I'm not sure if it's because of like your stature or but it's just like your mind. They're just like they know that they like you see right through them. Somebody here, particularly a Capricorn or like a Scorpio or a Pisces, it just feels like these people, like you've observed them for some time and then like you like took what you needed and you just like devastatingly attack this person and they weren't prepared for it. Okay, so like I have to be quite honest, like some, you know, these people that I'm hearing that a lot of them are just jealous. Like they're just jealous people and you knew that they were jealous, and so some of you just like you have to put it into this like unparalleled competition that they may have been in. Okay, or it's like evil eye situation. Like you just have to let them know, like I'll give you a reason to be jealous. Like I did not give you a reason before, but now I'm really going to give you a reason by, you know, like honestly, some of you guys really like have like stolen somebody, like you've like stolen something from this person, or like you out strategize this person in some type of way. Okay, it's like you did it when you like struck this person when you were ready, and you did not rush yourself, and you did not rush this process. And this like how patient you are is very like highlighted. And look, operations, like something about how you operate is like very strategic. Okay, this could also be a Gemini energy here. Okay, but ultimately with this Gemini energy, and then I want, yes, exactly what I was getting. Like I saw a flash of the 12th house earlier, and then what you need to know today is that there's a hidden enemy here. Okay, and the 12th house is somebody that is that deals with hidden enemies or the unforeseen realm. So definitely something here is hidden from you. Okay, not sure if like some of you are aware of this already, and that this person has been hidden. I'm also getting the name Shelby or like a Leo. Okay, whoever this person is. Okay, but it definitely feels like be very patient. Okay, because I definitely feel like this person, if you're not aware of them already, whoever this is, they're searching for information. Okay, the problem that this person has with you, why they're an enemy, is ultimately because they feel inferior to you. Okay, like I said, you're so quick-witted, and you're just like you're just intellectually inclined and always like gathering information about things, and just like you remain curious and you're so analytical. Like how you operate is just very like efficient. And this person, I feel like they spend too much of their time talking, and just like these people, they feel like you're very unpredictable. Like for some of you, like I said, some of you, you've already like struck this person down. Okay, or you've like exposed this person because like in some way, and it's like you may have devastatingly and explosively attacked this person, you know, because you know you realize that they have been hidden. I also feel like, you know, with this Gemini energy, this could be your siblings. Okay, I also feel like the reason why they feel so inferior to you is because you're such a quick learner. Okay, you learn very quickly, you implement information and integrate information very quickly, and I feel like these people, they just like even though you may learn very quickly, it's like how you integrate this like in your operations is very like patient and methodical, and like, and when you reveal something, it just feels like you waited until like it was complete. Like that is the best advice I can give you. Like I said, be very considerate, use caution when like revealing your projects, and revealing like any kind of like launching any products, and just like make sure everything is complete before you like launch it. Okay, for some of you, this is people who, like I said, these are people who are in competition with you, or people who are trying to do the same things as you. You might know who this person is because they might talk a lot. Okay, they just talk too much. This might be one of your social connections. Okay, we also have Virgo energy. What did I say? Like a lot of you, like the best thing that you can do about like in your operations is like making sure you're very functional, making sure that you're analyzing everything like to the T. Like Virgos are known to like be very into details. Okay, I also feel like some of you guys with this Virgo energy, you're just very patient as well. Just like be very patient, okay, with like how you, this is not a sprint. Like this is a marathon. Life is a marathon. And if these people like who, it just seems like I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to do here, but they definitely feel like they want to be in opposition because they're an enemy, right? Somebody who wants, to maybe plot your downfall, or somebody who is just a negative like force against you. Okay, they ultimately feel inferior. Okay, this person's name can start with the letter K or letter C. I'm also getting the name letter S. Okay, but I'm hearing that these people, they won't be able to compare with you because of how like efficient, analytical, and functional you are. Okay, some of these people are searching for information, or there's a gathering of your personal information. Okay, this person, I feel like this person might be a masculine. Okay, for some of you, this person is a masculine, and they're like a lot older than you. Okay, I'm hearing that this person, they talk too much. Like they just talk a lot. Like they just talk. They just talk nonstop. I'm hearing that they're on the phone all day long, or like maybe you're going around them and they're just like not people who can like, I'm hearing that these are just like, I'm hearing the name Richard. Okay, these are just people who cannot stop talking. Like I'm hearing that when you go around them, they just are so uncomfortable with moments of silence, or they just like talk your ears off. Like I'm hearing that this person just will talk your ears off. And I'm hearing that for some of you, this person is trying to like pursue some kind of legal action against you, or like it's something that involves your work. Okay, for some of you, let's see, let me get more information on what this person is trying to do. Okay, so they're definitely an enemy, but it feels like, okay. Now, I feel like something may have happened in this situation. Maybe there was a negative or devastating end, a chaotic situation here. And I feel like the issue with this person is that they felt so inferior to you, okay? Even if this person was way older than you. I'm hearing like a significant age difference. And I feel like this person, they kept exploiting your boundaries, okay? This person kept exploiting your boundaries. I'm hearing like for some of you, they just talk too much. And like, I don't feel like you are the kind of person that will like sit on the phone all day, or like, or like tell people every detail about you. But I feel like this person was very, very like keen on gathering like your information. Like they just wanted to, maybe they wanted to know, like they wanted to evade your home very quickly, or they rushed like a sexual encounter with you very quickly. They just like kept talking and talking and talking, or calling and calling and calling, and you just was like, you were unable to kind of like resist this negative force with this person because they were just so overbearing. And I feel like this person, they really like, ultimately they're just like, even if you are a feminine energy or a female and they're male, this person is just very jealous of how analytical you are. They just don't have like, like they're not as like smart, okay? They're not as smart. And I feel like they might talk a lot, or they try to make themselves appear to be like intellectual and things of that nature. People who like think that they're like very, like people who talk a lot, talk about what they know and what, they communicate too much. It's just, they pretend to be like, this person who just like has like an intellectual conversation, but they're just like not that intellectual. Is what I'm hearing. And I feel like this person, they might be hidden, or they may not, or you might be aware of them, but it feels like this person, they're trying to like gather information around you to kind of like, to like maybe like pursue some like kind of legal action, or I just don't feel like this is going to like work out for them, like at all. And I feel like you all you have to do is just like your strategy with this situation. I feel like you knew the winning strategy like before like the situation even began. Like for some of you guys, you just knew that this person wasn't like somebody that you wanted a long-term relationship with, or you just were very annoyed with them very quickly. Like it was something that was very instinctual about this situation. And I feel like you like observed them, and maybe you observed like how messy they were, how disorderly they were. Maybe you observed like that they were very like, they just were talking on the phone all day, or they just were very like, they're alcoholics, and just like, they're not really who they were trying to paint themselves out to be. And I feel like maybe, this person, whatever action they're taking, against you, is rooted in like their inferiority, because you don't need to talk a lot to like be like have authority, or for people to respect you. What do you need to know right now, Kyle? For some of you guys, this is coming up, okay? And you need to use caution with this person. Yeah, this is a relationship, okay? Somebody that was a potential partner. I'm also getting a lot of third house energy. So a lot of communication. Gemini rules third house. And I also feel like, I think, and then, I also feel like it was about like your local community, social interactions, or travel, okay? Maybe this person was helping you with like transportation, and like, maybe they did provide some kind of benefit to you, and that's the reason why you were like engaged with this person. Maybe you were just like, in a situation for what you can get. But I feel like you were just like so quick-witted, and like this person could not handle like the rate of like how you process information, okay? It kind of like, what I'm trying to pin down right now is like what kind of strategy or deliberation or consideration, like why do you need to be patient, right? In this situation, like is this situation coming back around, or like is this coming up, okay? Let's see. Yeah, this person was a gossip. Like I said, they talk too fucking much. Like this person, I'm hearing they were talking about you to like, wherever community that you were in. Maybe this person gathered like some private or legal information about you. Like this person shared your personal information with people who you just like don't care about. Like it just feels like, you don't care about whoever this is gossiping. If this is a feminine energy, okay, this might have been like an ex-best friend that was just like, not efficient, not like, you just notice that this person gossiped too much. Like, for some of you guys, you just notice that this person gossiped too much, and this is like not in alignment with you whatsoever, okay? And this is like what you really need to know here, okay? I'm hearing something about like a party or a club or like a social setting, and I feel like this person, maybe you like, I'm hearing that you observe some data, around this person. Maybe I'm hearing a phone call log or like text messages. But I ultimately feel like, what happened in this situation is that this person, they were so keen on getting your information. Like, I'm hearing that they may have become like, they're obsessed, okay? For some of you, this is a masculine person that you were, and this Libra energy, this is somebody that you were maybe involved with romantically. And this just was like, I'm getting definitely a Gemini male, and this person is just like not like a proper fit for you. I'm also hearing that they were very unattractive, okay? I'm hearing very, very unattractive. And it's something about like when they would talk or when they would speak, it's just like their face and their energy was just so like, like gross to you. Like, some of you guys, you like, as you begin to like observe more of this person's like habits, you just became very disgusted with them, okay? And that they end up being very gross to you. I'm hearing that they just like, everything about them, like I'm hearing that they're like, their home was just not clean, or like, they're like, they may have been on a lot of medications and just like having health issues, and just maybe an alcoholic, or they constantly needed like so much like social interactions that was just like, if you are constantly like talking and socializing and you never take time to introspect, it's just like you're definitely not like aligned and like in union with yourself. This person definitely just like gossip too much, okay? They gossip too much, and I feel like they exploit your personal boundaries. And what you need to know today is like, don't let this happen again, okay? Don't let this happen again, pal one, because I definitely feel like there was a maturing in this situation. You learned your lesson. But I feel like this person, I feel like the gossip that is involving in this situation, it's like this person is like, I'm hearing that they're making up stories. I'm hearing some of this stuff isn't even true about you, okay? This person, it was like, I'm hearing that they searched for information about you to try to like instill some kind of fear. I'm hearing that they made threats. They may have made threats to you or demanded things from you, with the use of your personal information. And some of you guys, you just felt like you were unable to like defend yourself against this negative force, or you were unable to maintain your boundaries. And, it just feels like, this person, the reason why they have an issue with you, okay, ultimately, is rooted in this person's feelings of inadequacy, okay, and insecurity, okay? And I feel like for some of you, this is around their like physicality, or it was mostly around like how smart you are and how quick-witted you were in this situation. It's like you don't need to say much in order to kind of like process. And it feels like this person just talked and 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 talked. And it's like I'm hearing that they tried to change you, or they kept like they were just so committed to misunderstanding you, because you were just like not like them. And I feel like they might have been like bragging a lot about, their achievements in life and their associations and like the people that they know. And, this person, like, you were just like very turned off by how this person thought. And I also feel like, this person, I'm also hearing a Napoleon complex. If this person is like very short, and they're not like very like unattractive, I feel like they just know this. For some of you, they haven't been able to kind of like establish a long-term partnership, and it's just like, nobody's really attracted to them. And I feel like this person, they talk so much to like overcompensate for like, the lack of like having like people attracted to them for like their true talents, gifts, and skills, is because they just are inadequate, like they just are not that great ultimately. So what is this? We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So I definitely feel like, for some of you right now, a big thing, where you're needing to be patient is that I feel like in this most recent cycle, your investments did not really pan out, okay? I feel like you really invested, time in this situation. You might have been gaining something from it. I'm not gonna say it was like, I don't feel like you walked away with a loss, but I definitely feel like with this Libra energy, I feel like it, things are balanced or balancing. But I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, it was definitely a situation that was like a poor investment, because this person just showed you from the beginning that, they couldn't respect your boundaries, and that they would not stop talking, and that they was just not on the same frequency as you, right? And I feel like while you are someone who is able to appreciate someone who comes from a different frequency and origin than you, a part of this was simply this person just like really exploiting your boundaries. I'm definitely getting like they were just like very, like they put so much pressure on you to like learn where you live, and they just like, or to learn like the ins and outs of like maybe some detail, like some of your life struggles, and just like they wanted like, as much information about you as possible. Now, I'm not sure where, what their intention was with that, or if they had any ulterior motive from the beginning. You can decide that. But I feel like maybe when the situation turned and shifted into a negative reality, this person may have turned and started gossiping about the information that they had, okay, that they had of you, like betraying your confidence for sure, okay? But ultimately, the lesson that you learn, I feel like this person definitely turned into an enemy, and this is why you feel like this is a personal, a bad investment, okay? But just a lesson you needed to learn around your relationships, honey, okay? I'm hearing that you just don't do well with Geminis because they talk too much, okay? They talk too much, and they're too, like, they socialize too much, and they're just too frivolous, okay? No offense to any Geminis out there, because I ultimately think Geminis are very brilliant people when they're balanced, but the shadow ones are just like not very good, okay? And usually they're not very attractive either. So I'm seeing like this person, this investment in this situation was like, you can't be involved with somebody who feels inferior to you. You need somebody who is on the same frequency, okay? Power one. So we have the Hierophant, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. So I definitely feel like you might have attacked this person, okay? For some of you guys, you might have attacked this person, you destroyed something, or you like, this situation was not a good investment, because I ultimately feel like you might have lost, like I said before, I kind of recant my statement, you may have lost something, okay, because you were investing in this situation, where ultimately you're like unconventional, right? You're not like this person. Like this Hierophant represents just like being opposites, maybe like being unconventional, being untraditional. And maybe, this person, they couldn't handle that, and things turned negative, and this ultimately led to like a feeling of like a lot of loss. I also feel like this situation was a huge distraction, okay? And that like maybe you lost some kind of security or structure in your life because, you were engaged with this person, because ultimately they were just like a Knight of Wands all over the place, and just like, it's just like this person made you feel very scattered, like you weren't able to kind of like see things clearly, and you just, you might have been, hurt about this situation, but ultimately I feel like this may have led to some kind of ending in your life, okay? I'm not getting a big ending, but it definitely feels like a loss of something. Both of you guys lost in this situation, but I feel like it was something that, you know, was delayed, okay? Maybe something that you waited for. This person could be a Taurus with a Hierophant, or Gemini, or Libra, okay, or Virgo. Definitely getting air sign and earth sign energy in this reading. I feel like the negative energy around this person, like, clarifying the Ten of Pentacles reverse, please. For pile one. I'm hearing that you had a prediction about this situation. I feel like ultimately, like, I feel like you lost time, okay? I just feel like a lot of you lost time, and maybe you did lose security too. Maybe you had to move, or you had to, like, leave something, okay? What is that? Nine of Cups, yeah. Yeah, I feel like, you know, this person, they turned out to be, like, they're very, like, I'm hearing that they're definitely like an alcoholic here, okay? But I also feel like, you know, I'm hearing that something like, you became disillusioned with this person. I feel like maybe, okay, this is what I'm getting, okay. I feel like at the beginning of the situation, there was maybe like a passionate connection. Maybe, you know, there was like a lot of communication, a lot of like intellectual conversation, or just like, you know, thinking and just like talking and just like providing information to you, okay? But ultimately, I feel like, you know, when you learn very quickly. I feel like whatever this person was teaching you, it definitely feels like somebody was like older than you, or a partnership, or some kind of mentor. And I feel like whatever this person was teaching you, you just integrated it so fast, but it was like, you're not like a traditional person. Like, you're not like this conventional normal person. So like whatever you learn, your quick wit and your mind and the way that you think, is just like very different than like most people. So like the way that you integrated this information, you know, it may have caused you to operate in a different way. It definitely, you know, made you more analytical of things, made you more functional. I'm definitely getting you benefited, okay? You benefited from the communication with this person. I definitely feel like they do have some level of intelligence about them. They're not dumb, but it's just like they talk and they just don't know how to stop talking, okay? With this gossip here as well, like they just talk so much. It feels like a masculine, honey, a male, an older male, who just could not stop talking, and you just could not deal with this any longer, and you just like started to observe their habits more, and you realized that this person was not like emotional fulfillment. And I feel like the relationship just like ended very, like, it was just like a loss, right? You felt like, you know, you shouldn't have invested in this person. Maybe it was like a devastating end, or maybe you attacked this person, you know, after realizing, you know, that they have been gossiping about you, okay? And I feel like this person, like, I feel like now they're just like very angry, you know, they're very angry. They don't know how to cut their losses. You know, ultimately, that's what I'm saying is what you need to know right now. But let's see if there's any ramifications or anything else you need to know, because, you know, your guidance was, you know, to be very patient, considerate, and like to be very deliberative, okay? We have high honors, yeah, okay? So that's just very confirming here, okay? This person, they were a false person with this Nine of Cups and this Nine of Pentacles. They're not really like a good person. They're really just like a negative gossip, okay? They're very just like bitter in their enemy, okay? They're a hater, all right? Even if this person is way older than you, okay? I feel like they're just a hater. And I feel like you just like, you receive so many high honors, and this is why they feel inferior to you. And I feel like your operations, the way that you manage yourself, the way that you conduct your business, it's just like, they're just, I'm hearing that they're just seething with anger and resentment. Okay, the lesson here is to like uphold your boundaries with that Nine of Pentacles, so that people can't do anything with your information. I don't think that you give a fuck anyway, but it's just like, you know, to stop people. Gossip is a negative energy and a negative force that impacts our frequency, our aura, okay, our energetic field. It's just negative when people are like slandering you and, you know, obsessing with you. You know, we can say we don't care all day long, but if we're feeling restless, fatigued, or we were invested and we did have, you know, relations with them in some kind of way, you know, we could take a loss, we could take a hit. I'm definitely getting just like an ending to this situation. I don't feel like anything that's like too negative that you need to worry about, but you know, it's just that this person is still like obsessed and gossiping about you. And I'm hearing that these people don't even barely know you. I'm hearing you may have seen these people maybe 1, 2, 3 times, okay? It's like they really just don't matter in the grander scheme of things. It's like as you move on and expand your operations, you just receive so many more high honors, okay? As this Hierophant, as this teacher, okay? Being honored for your mind and your intellectual capability and information that you provide to people. I just feel like this was a poor investment, honey, okay? And what you need to know is that, you know, it may have been fair how things ended. Okay, we have your affirmation here, the dreamer. I pay attention to what my dreams are trying to tell me, okay? So for some of you guys, like I say, you need to be very patient with this situation. You are receiving a lot of like dreams and psychic downloads, and just like whenever you are still, you know where to go. For some of you guys, you already knew the winning strategy before this situation unfolded, okay? You already knew like what to do in this situation before the situation unfolded. And I feel like, you know, like I said, some of you guys, you dreamt about this situation, or you received like an intuitive download about this, and you outsmarted this person, you outwitted them, and it's nothing that they can do about it, honey. There's nothing that they can do about it, because I'm definitely getting with this Libra energy, like I feel like it was fair. Like when you realize what this person was doing, and that they were just jealous and gossiping about you and using your personal information for whatever reason. I feel like for some of you guys, there may have just been a lot of disagreements with this person, just like in your conversation. Like while it may have been intellectually expanding to experience, like don't shy away from disagreement. Don't shy away from dissension. Have debate, you know, when it's meaningful. But I feel like this person, they could not, you know, have a healthy debate with you, because they felt so inferior at the high honors and praise. For some of you, this is like when they found out what school you went to, or that you were just not like this dumb person. They could not handle it. Like they could not handle, like this person was constantly searching for information about you. And I feel like this did not sit well with you. And I feel like the universe knew, okay? I feel like you were receiving dreams and you were receiving guidance about this the entire time, because of this person's just exploitation of your personal boundaries. Like some of you guys, you just don't go around telling your business. But I feel like because this person was just such a force and just like overbearing in their communication and their talking, they just would talk you into like, you know, they would chat the hell out of you and just like talk you out of like information about yourself, and then turn around when they realized that you were different than them with this Hierophant. They realized that you were unconventional and that you're actually just like this person that's very high achieving and just successful and smart. You know, they turned around I'm hearing that their ego like helped them, convince them that they were like there was something like peace. I hate people who can't disagree, you know, agree to disagree, or people who can't like honor someone's differing perspective and experience, and like unable to kind of just like have a healthy like relationship. A healthy relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And I feel like just because you like this person, I feel like they were trying to force you, like they were trying to force you into certain things, and you just like were not going for that, okay? It's like nothing that they can do to change you, and like they became angry at that, and they felt inferior when you weren't like fitting into their mold and box. And like, you know, they just like it turned into a negative perception. So they ended up like turning and started gossiping about you to other people that were in your like local community. And I feel like, you know, when you realize what this person was doing, you may have attacked this person, okay, or destroyed something for them. They definitely feel like right now, they definitely feel like they lost something because of you with that Ten of Pentacles. I don't feel like you lost anything. I mean, maybe you did. I feel like you lost time and you just like, this was not a good investment. Like you shouldn't have been spending time with this person. Like you knew that this person was like, you knew that you weren't attracted to this person. And maybe they did have a reason to feel inferior because you might have been so attractive and smart. Like this person just like could never like have the type of success that you have or that you are manifesting. So, you know, they're maybe trying to like throw obstacles on your path and things of that nature. But I feel like you made an educated prediction in this situation. You know, you're like, okay, we're here now. You're reviewing what is done. Like with that 12th house, the 12th house is the house of reckoning. And it is the house where we have to review our success and our failures. And we have to review what has been done. And I feel like once you have been, you had already exploited or like unable to maintain your boundaries, you know, you had already like made a new decision. You had already made like an adjustment. I hope this is making sense, Pal One. You had already like made an adjustment such that like you were so quick-witted and whatever happened, it's like this person, they just lost. Okay, they just lost. And I feel like you just went on to have like to experience more like praise and high honor. Maybe you felt like you lost time. Maybe you felt like, you know, it impacted relationships and aspects in your life. Because I definitely feel like you might have been casually dating and there's like a soulmate energy around you that, you know, you may have been neglecting because of this person. But that's a whole nother video. But it's not about your soulmate right now. It's about this person, you know, how they turn into an enemy, okay? Because they're inferior. They felt inferior to you. And they're even more angry at the fact that you were very intuitive and you like outsmarted them and that you just knew not to like incriminate yourself and you just knew what to do in this situation very intuitively. And if this is coming up for you, Power One, just always, it's always going to be me over you. So always put yourself first. Always put yourself at the advantage. Okay, and I feel like you did have the psychic advantage in this situation, and this is why they're just like so angry. Like they're still what you need to know is that they're still gossiping about this. Okay, I don't see any like legal situation or any kind of like anything that you really like are like that's really going to hurt you. But I definitely feel like this was not like a proper investment, okay? You need to understand that this was just like somebody who was just like exactly the opposite of what you wanted, okay? Somebody who just talks too much and just like, it's just like inferior. Like some of you guys, you really like, you don't go based on looks. So maybe even if this person was very unattractive, you may have been, you know, drawn to this person for what they were providing you, like information and less like, you know, like power or just like whatever this person was giving to you. You may have been like, you know, influenced by that a little bit too much, okay? With this Nine of Pentacles, this like codependency on them for some reason. This is why you weren't able to kind of like uphold your boundaries in this situation. I definitely feel like you should have spent more time investing somewhere else. But, you know, I feel like, you know, it's a complicated situation or it was a complex decision, you know, that you were making in that situation. But ultimately, like, you know, you just played the cards that you were dealt. And I feel like you just used your intuition and you still, like, outsmarted them. Even if you lost something, you know, it just feels like they are not able to, like, they lost more is what I'm hearing, okay? Pal one, that is what I'm seeing for what you need to know is that this person that you may have been romantic with or in a partnership with in some way, they're gossiping about you and they turn negative to you and they're mad that you are receiving high honors for how you operate and how you think and the information that you hold, and they're just feeling so inferior to you that they could just never be like this unconventional leader that you are, okay? And some of them, they're just old and just like, you know, there's no ageism here on this channel, but this person just like never fulfilled anything. I'm hearing that they've always spent their time, you know, like they've never been the main character is what I'm hearing. And they spend their time like helping other people fulfill their dreams, and they just are inferior because some of them are very like short in stature and very like not attractive, and just like they weren't able to like have a partner in their life or have family, because like nobody wants them. Ultimately, Power One, but you're a dreamer and you took your intuitive approach and then you just attacked them and then left because they were just a gossip. Yeah, they're sad and they're mad because, you know, you got your vengeance on them for being a nasty and spiteful gossip. And ultimately, like, they deserved it, I feel like. You know, I feel like this person did, like, I'm hearing that even for some of them, they might have been saying, like, you know, gossiping, sharing your information and doing nasty things to you, and they were still, like, coming around you and trying to, like, you know, be, like, around you and talk to you and inviting you over and just, like, you know, weirdo stuff. Like, this person was just a weirdo, and they were just having a complex, I'm hearing that their decision making felt like a complex decision that they needed to make and engaging with you as well, because maybe they had a love-hate relationship with you. Like I said, this inferior complex is like you feel inadequate and insecure, but you also can't stop like obsessing about Power One. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Let me know how that resonates down below. Tell me more about this person. Did you win or did you win? Okay, let me know, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your selection. Okay, so the biggest thing that you need to know right now involves your destiny. Okay, definitely involves your destiny, and I feel like you guys are weaving with the spider spirit. The spider is all about weaving, right? Our imagination into being. We're doing a lot of work. You know, a lot of web work, okay? Maybe a lot of interweb work on the internet, doing a lot of research and lots of learning, and just like you are like, you know, some of you are already doing this, but this is a message if you are not. It's like, you know, going back, you might want to check out my manifestation video, pick a card, but also, you know, crafting yourself, okay? It involves you being very intentional and being co-creational and taking action to show the universe that you are ready for this new level. You know, that you're ready and prepared to receive your destiny. I feel like you guys, you know, you might be doing a lot of delighting in the arts, music, dancing, reading. Like I said, a lot of reading online, a lot of interweb and stuff like that, okay? But I feel like, you know, use your creative vision to explore yourself, okay? It's like your vision, or your, like, you might not know all the intimate details of like how you'll get to this destiny unfolding or your ultimate outcome, but like your vision of it, like, so for example, let's say you have like a vision of yourself going to a trip in Jamaica, and like you have like certain like hairstyles and certain clothes, or you get a certain tan, or you're with a certain person, right? A lot of these elements of that vision are actually very illuminating to like who you truly are, okay? And expressing that honestly is like a beautiful like realization of your authentic self, okay? The best thing that you can do right now is read, okay? And fight and resist any kind of like injustice. So I feel like, you know, the more your knowledge is power, and we, you know, if we don't stand for something, we fall for anything, power too. So I definitely feel like you're just like taking a stance on things, and you're working out your beliefs and your values, okay? This is around your second house. I feel like, something here around an oppressor as well. So if you were from power one at all, but I feel like, something here around like outwitting people who oppressed you, okay? Through like your creativity and your authentic self-expression. But let's get more. You might be having creative blocks right now, intuitive blocks right now. And if that's a huge indication of like not being in alignment, right? Not being, unblocking, you need to unblock some chakras or something. So let's get more into it though. Pile 2, what do you need to know right now? Adjusting to change. Poor judgment. And the letter U. So this is all about you, okay? This is all about you. Pile 1. I also feel like, some of you guys are just very, you have poor judgment, okay? You haven't had the clearest discernment with people. And I feel like, especially if you're from Power 1, you're dealing with someone who you did not judge correctly, or maybe this person was a false person. Maybe they were just wearing a facade, okay? And that's not something that you can control, but it's definitely like something that you can learn from, okay? I feel like what's going on here? What does Power 2 need to know? Sorry if I called you Power 1, okay? Oh my God, 8th house energy. So there's a massive change occurring for you right now. Massive, massive change. And, whether that, I feel like maybe you did make a decision that was of a poor judgment. Maybe you did not make the best decision, I'm hearing. But the best thing that you can do right now is to embrace your transformation, your metamorphosis. There's definitely been an ending, okay? Definitely an ending in your environment. But I feel like this is just like poor judgment led to poor investments, and poor investments yield like either creation or, judgment in general or decisions in general. They either yield to, like more creation, or they end, right? And I feel like, the changes that you're experiencing is definitely like an ending, right? Or you're recognizing your poor judgment, or where you shouldn't have invested your time, where you shouldn't have invested your money. And maybe, this change is unwanted, or maybe you initiated the change. Okay, but I definitely feel like this is an opportunity for like more imagination. Like always shift your beliefs around something. Like a change could be, one that we want or one that we don't want, but either way, how you view your circumstances is what really matters, okay? Pile 2, so let's see, what is the issue? For Pile 2. Okay, there's been a major ending. I feel like with this creation energy, you guys, you have the Midas touch. So it's like you're not always going to make the right decision. That's just like impossible fact of life, right? But I feel like, as you, whatever poor judgment or poor decision you made that led to whatever change that you're adjusting to now is just like giving you this opportunity to create and grow. And I feel like, now you are just like weaving your imagination into being. It's like you're creating so much from like this change now, okay? And that's all right? Like I said, it's how you shift your beliefs around change, okay? Yeah, okay? So for some of you guys, you might be a prostitute, okay? You might be a sex worker. But I feel like, maybe you shouldn't have done that, right? Maybe you shouldn't have been a prostitute. maybe some of you guys. But ultimately, you know, what this prostitute archetype represents is someone who is placing their material considerations above their self-empowerment. And I feel like, you know, you might have had poor judgment with someone, you know, because they were supporting your security, okay, or they were providing something materially for you, when in all reality you've needed to like find self-empowerment through the frequency that supports it showing up fully and presently with all five senses engaged, and understanding that we are all connected through the same source, okay? Your self-empowerment was inhibited in this situation, or whatever this, you know, cause and ending, because you were not showing up with a deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. And this is why you weren't able to see and discern this person clearly, okay? Something may have happened during Scorpio season with this person, but I feel like, you know, you just have not been like regarding the power of your spirit and how strong you are, okay? Your spirit represents your self-empowerment, okay? And maybe you have been having issues with your survival, okay? And your need for like money and like a home and like different structures, right? You know, because that's just what makes the world go round. But what you're recognizing now is that, you know, that poor judgment that caused you to put those things and those survival and material needs before your spirit. Don't criticize yourself. Don't judge yourself too harshly of it, because, you know, it's hard to just kind of have that belief and faith, right? That all of our material needs will be met and that we won't continue to lose things. But, you know, some decisions, some investments are just not worth it. Some, like, I feel like whatever happened, this person was just like not worth it, okay? Pal 2. So that is just like lessons that we have to learn, right? It's lessons we have to learn. And that in our search, in our like effort to survive and the challenges that come along with that, what decisions do we make? What people do we interact with? What circumstances do we get ourselves in? What standards do we forsake? What boundaries do we drop in order to meet our survival needs? Okay? Always keep a high standard for yourself. That is the power of your spirit, okay? And the universe is saying, hey, you know, you're not just someone who just is a body or just like needing to like meet their material considerations. You are so empowered through your deep connection to source and everything that is created within it, okay? So let's see. Your 10th house, that's beautiful, your destiny, okay, where you're going, your career. And I feel like, this is so challenging for you, pal, too. And I definitely, like, I understand it. I definitely can, like, empathize with you so much. But I feel like, you know, maybe, you know, your destiny involves, like, learning survival, right? For some of you guys, you're just, like, you can't work a traditional job. You can't, especially like you feel like my light workers here. You feel like, you know, and most recently I watched this video that was all like, light workers can't work 9-to-5 jobs. And there was just so many testimonials out there that were so confirming. Like people were like, oh, I randomly got fired from this job, or there was just so much conflict in this environment, or, you know, I have been homeless and I've been harassed and I've just been dealing with so much negativity, you know, because of the power of my spirit, okay, and how deeply connected I am and how creative I am, okay? and how I resist and fight injustice in these places. Your career, your destiny, your public image, your reputation, might involve you like in the survival state, right? But you're becoming a person of power and status, and you have so much success and you have so much responsibility, and what is required is your faith. And a lot of you just have to just undergo so many different changes. I just feel like there's just been a tremendous lack of stability and security, a lot of losing of possessions, and just like losing memories and losing friends and losing so much, right? I feel like you've just been oppressed in these environments because you are a light worker, okay? You have a creative destiny that, that expression of yourself and your inner self and your vision, and doing that honestly is just so triggering and unbearable to people, okay? But that won't stop you from being empowered, okay? Don't compromise your vision to make it more acceptable to others or to meet some kind of material consideration or security need, okay? For a lot of you, like, you really, for others, I definitely feel like there's, one or two types of people here. For some of you guys, you just have realized that you just have that capability to manifest everything that it is that you need at little to no cost. Some of you have learned so many different ways and the nuances of survival. For others, I definitely feel like you have been, succumbing to like a lack of your own self-empowerment, and this has been your poor judgment, okay? For majority of you, your poor judgment is just not regarding your own empowerment. And I need you to remember how powerful you are, okay? And that these changes, they're definitely, because you just haven't had a whole lot of self-worth. You don't really truly believe that you're worthy of security, success, and power, okay? You don't truly believe that you're worthy of it. This is poor judgment as well. This is inner criticism and doubt, all right? That's what I'm seeing, okay? Tough. From the tarot about what's going on here with you. What do you need to know right now? How to. About this ending, this adjustment to change that you are making currently, okay? I definitely feel like this is an opportunity to create more self-worth, okay? And I'm hearing all of the stories of change that you've experienced. You need to learn how to interconnect them. And this is going to be like the most beautiful story of success and the most beautiful like empowerment story, and just like how you survive some of the overwhelming things in your life, and how you overcome these like challenges, right? I feel like what is really being accentuated here is the challenge of survival, okay? And not realizing just how empowered and spiritual that you are. Your soul, like, you might have been, for some of you guys, you might have been drawn to Power One in the most recent jealousy video, or you like Erykah Badu. But it's like, be so concerned with your soul and your spirit, and that inner reflection and that inner work, of self-worth will reflect outwardly in your material world, and the security and the success and the stability and the power and the status will just manifest for you. That is creation energy, okay? Okay, the power of your spirit and your soul also involves you being imaginative, okay? And I feel like you just have not truly believed that you are worthy of these things, so you don't even dream them into being, okay? You don't even dream them into being. I also feel like, if you want to be a creator or an influencer, do more creating, do more influencing. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't even have to yield any results. It'll just get you into that co-creational flow and alignment, okay, to show the universe that you want to be an influencer, you want to be a creator, right? You want to impact people, you want to have a successful career, you want to be a person of power or status, right? You don't have to have some picture perfect life, but it could simply, you know, understand that your spirit is so magnetizing. It's so magnetizing how to, okay? I'm speaking from experience. I'm not just telling you this just for the hell of it, okay? We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like with that poor judgment, you know, you most recently, like I said, you know, somebody that you may have been engaged with that may have been providing you some material resources, this person, you know, the truth of them is out, okay? What you're realizing is that this person is really just a false person. They were a liar, they were deceptive, okay? They betrayed you in some way, okay? But I feel like you also betrayed yourself in this situation, okay? Because you didn't remember how empowered you were. Five of Wands, okay? Unable to defend yourself against a negative force is what I'm hearing, okay? But I ultimately feel like, you know, the Five of Wands represents, like, you know, that truth being exposed perhaps, and it may have caused an ending, but I also feel like, you know, with the Five of Wands, it's also like a release of resistance, okay? A release of resistance. I also feel like, you know, it's not so negative. You know, if you're not dealing with someone where a lie or a betrayal was exposed, I definitely feel like you're dealing with like the end of game playing, the end of like fucking around and just like mind playing tricks with someone here, particularly a Capricorn, I feel like, okay? The resistance is being released with this person, and ultimately, like, and if this is not a person, this is ultimately just like you releasing resistance around your own like changes that, you know, are just I feel like your destiny just involves you having to just undergo so many transformations, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, honey, get used to it. I definitely feel like this is not the last change, and you will continuously be reborn again, okay, with integrated wisdom and more self-worth. Okay, because where you're going is you've never been there before, so you're going to have to transform into something that you've never been, right? You can't have something new doing the same things that you've always done. Okay, what's going on with Pal 2 here? Okay, what is Pal 2 tonight? Eight of Swords and the King of Wands. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles reverse. Okay, this is actually very good. This is actually very good, Pal 2. What you need to know is you definitely felt like a person with that King of Wands, the Leo, Sag, Aries. Somebody who, you know, may have been playing a lot of games with you. I'm not going to, you know, deny that. But I feel like this person, you know, I feel like they may have been playing these games and just like, you know, strategizing and just like not, I feel like this is over. The game playing is over. But I ultimately feel like this person was like trapped in some limitations themselves, okay? And I feel like this is surrounding maybe some kind of, you know, image that you have been portraying online, okay? Or this person realized that you were in a survival state and, you know, they acted out of some shadow tendencies with that King of Wands, you know? But I feel like, you know, whatever adjustment that you made, whatever change that you made in this situation where you honored your own empowerment, you honored the power of your spirit, this has released so much resistance. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And you showed this person just how much you value yourself. All right? This is very nice, actually. Pal 2, okay? This is very nice. I also feel like for some of you, if you are a male masculine here, you are definitely like you're creating something, greater, okay, for you, for yourself, and for your person. This feels like a romantic situation. And, I just got to call a spade here, okay? Let's be 100% honest on this channel. Some of you guys, if you are a male, you have been dealing with a prostitute here, okay? Or you're dealing with somebody who's poor. And you have been using your financial power against them, okay? Or you have been judging this person poorly, okay? You've had a poor judgment around this person. You might have been seeing this person as just a prostitute, okay? Somebody that you may be paying for sex with, okay? If it's not that blatant, this could just be someone who, has been having issues meeting their survival needs, okay? You have not been honoring of this person because of, their status in life. But I feel like what you are realizing and what you need to know now is that this person has a very, very powerful spirit, okay? This person is even more empowered than you are, okay? Because how you're showing up is the King of Wands in reverse. Somebody who's impulsive, who's rash, someone who doesn't consider things, okay? And I feel like, your behavior with this person was not reflective. You may have even caused this person to have some self-worth issues or doubt themselves in some way. But I feel like the changes that are occurring in this connection is helping you realize that you have been maybe discriminating against them for, based on their occupation, okay? Maybe they are quite literally a sex worker, but that did not stop you from having sex with them, did it? Or loving them, did it? I also feel like you have been playing a lot of games. I don't know if you've been lying or you've been, just like playing mind games, okay? Or just like neglecting this person, not treating them and honoring them the way that they're supposed to, okay? And I feel like, now you're realizing, okay? We have the whip. All right, so for some of you guys, this person, you guys are into BDSM, okay? Or like I said, this person is a sex worker, and maybe you're not getting this anywhere else. Maybe you like to be dominated over, or there's just like a sexual need that this person has been satisfying for you, but you might have fallen in love with this person, okay? Maybe you were giving this person money, or if you're taking how it resonates, you might have been receiving money for being, for providing a service. It definitely feels like, some of you guys are sex workers here or sugar babies, okay? But what is being highlighted is your capability to have a real career, okay? And this person's career, or, like I said, their destiny is unfolding. Whoever this person is that was having their survival needs met and challenged, their career is unfolding, their destiny is unfolding. This person, even if you see them as just this sex worker or just this body, right? What you've been doing is objectifying them. And really, they're the most empowered and most enlightened person that you could ever meet, because they have empowered themselves through their spirit. Power to you. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. What you need to know is that you won't be a sex worker for the rest of your life. And this person won't, this person who may have fallen in love with you, maybe through this sexual, exchange, they realize, okay, that, you're empowered, okay? You're not just someone out here that just is laying on their back for money. That you have self-worth and you have liberation from whatever, limiting situation was presented here. I'm hearing there was an impasse, or there was just like a lack of moving beyond certain challenges in the connection. But ultimately, it was because this masculine, had a poor judgment of you. Okay, and I feel like their judgment, shifted when they realized how empowered you are, how spiritual you are, how much of a deep perspective you have, and how much you actually liberate them. Okay, and help them enhance their self-worth. Ultimately, pile 2, this is what you needed to know today, is that you will have the security and success that you're looking for, okay? And maybe, your destiny did involve you having to go through these very dark and scarce situations, okay? We have 2 to come out. We have the sovereign and we have the romantics, okay? Like I said, for some of you guys, if you are a male that was dealing with a prostitute, or you're a male that was dealing with somebody where it was just a sexual relationship, you guys actually fell in love with each other, okay? I allow romance to touch my heart every day. You guys, this is a romantic love. This is not just a sexual connection, okay? This is not just sex. Pile 2, the sovereign. I am my authentic self, and no one has dominion over me. No one has financial control over you. You are so empowered, and you can meet your own needs. Okay, you don't need someone to just, use and abuse and control you with money. Okay, no one has dominion over you. Put it in the comments below. I am my authentic self, and if this person has a problem with your occupation, your career, or your liberation, or how you've had to meet your needs, then that's their problem. Okay, you are your authentic self because you're worthy, okay? You are who you are. It's not picture perfect. It's not, it might be too free for them. They're too conservative. They too worried about what other people are gonna think. All right? But what they're realizing now here, is that after taking this pleasure away from them, perhaps, adjusting to this change of doing it on your own and meeting your own needs, surviving based on the power of your spirit and not, someone's dominion over you, is allowing your destiny to unfold even more. Remembering your power always, pile 2. Don't let nobody have dominion over you with this King of Wands, because this person, they were just impulsive and they just weren't thinking clearly, and they were irrational, and they didn't want to honor their feelings for you because of whatever occupation you're taking up, okay? Really, they love you. That's the truth. Pile 2. Let me know how that resonates down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Pile 3. Last but not least. Okay, I just have to say it, honey. With the jellyfish, we got some biddies on the jelly team. Okay, pile 3, they on the jelly team. And I'm just like, in your premeditation, I already got that, you're so pretty. Okay, you're very, very beautiful, or you're very, very handsome, and this is very, you know what, I have to be honest, I don't feel like this kind of thing happens with men, and I hate to be sexist, but I just don't feel like this kind of cattiness and this kind of jealousy, it happens to men like that, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously there are very attractive men and there are very not attractive men, but I feel like this is just very much so a woman thing. What y'all think about that, actually? Let me know. But I just feel like because you are so pretty, and you're like, you can feel like the envy, like psychologically. And I feel like, your psychological sensitivity is just being really heightened, okay? And I feel like the more intention you have, and the more like intuitive you become, and the more conscious you become. You might have been drawn to pile 2 in the last jealousy reading with the Lady of Rage, but I feel like you guys are just so psychologically sensitive. So any kind of nasty look, or just like behavior, or you're just like, you're so perceptive. Like you just see when people are staring at you, when people are envying something about you, and you just know. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, honey, pretty hurts, okay? It hurts. You guys have been treated so bad because of how you look. But I feel like right now, the best thing that you can do, is work with this current, okay? You have to be cooperative. You have to stay malleable. You have to stay just like, you know, aware of your world as well. Like, I know you can't, you want to like clock out, okay? You kind of just want to like block everything out, but that's not safe actually, okay? It's really not safe, because some people, you might get attacked or you might get harassed, and you know, you have to be focused on moving to safer waters, because the environment that, what you need to know right now, honey, is that the environments that you are in is full of envy. It's full of envy. And when people are envious of you, that can cause all kind of, I don't know, baby, different kind of behavior that might not make sense, okay? Give me 1 second here, Pile 3. I want to read something to you, okay? Because I know this isn't easy, because some of you guys, you just feel so alone, or you're so sensitive to this energy. And it's just like, it's hard. It's really hard to deal with this negativity on a psychological basis, because I feel like you're always just like worried about like, oh, if somebody's perceiving you and doing something jealous to you, okay? So let's see what we have here. It's gonna be okay, Pal 3. I'm hearing that, you know, somebody may have tried to pull your hair out, okay, or they're very jealous of your hair, your hairstyles, okay. So the best thing that you can do here is to focus on your transmutation, okay? Transmutation is spiritual alchemy that claims and attains self-mastery. It is about wielding the universal laws and forces within us and beyond us to manifest and heal. All that is required is intention. Energy responds to intention. Spiritual amplification refers to your ability to amplify, store, and direct the flow of energy, okay? To be jealous of another person's soul path is to doubt your own ability to judge and discern what is best for you. You lack knowledge of your own unique gifts of the soul that benefit you and others. You lack insight and awareness of your fears, so you're probably in denial. You lack confidence and willpower. You lack emotional fulfillment in your life due to your energetic, mental, and spiritual misalignment. You lack self-love. You may consciously or unconsciously try to emulate it or place yourself in unparalleled competition with them, but you know deep down it is not true to who you are. The key is to determine the root cause of your arousal. Why are you emotionally aroused by uncontrollable externalities? Hyperarousal can occur when there are waves of intense emotions to signal danger in the body. We can feel fearful or panicked as our brains are flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. Areas of your brain responsible for problem solving get shut down. This may cause poor decision making out of overreacting to a perceived threat. Gossiping, social media stalking, reverse manifestation, constant comparisons, and constant inquiries on another's state of affairs are born of your unwillingness to take responsibility for self and resolve wounds around not feeling good enough. We have free will. With each breath, we are given another opportunity to make different decisions for ourselves. If you are experiencing obstacles and delays due to poor decision making, consider your free will. This is about your freedom of choice. When we stay conscious in our thoughts, we guide our journey with choice, decisive action, and willpower. Did you know that the average adult makes 35,000 remotely conscious decisions every day? You never truly know another's full life circumstances and personal challenges. If you are a victim of evil eye, a proper transmutation of negative energy is needed. Okay? That is from my Vice and Virtue series. If you guys want to see a relaunch of the Vice and Virtue series, let me know. It should be, matter of fact, I'm making a decision right now. It'll be up on Divas Can Manifest, and you can find the link in the description box. The best way, if you want to transmute this negative energy, the best way you can do that is through kindness and showing generosity, consideration, or concern for another without having expectation of praise or reward. If you want the rest of the series on how to transmute all this negative energy that you've been receiving because you are pretty, please check out Divas Can Manifest, our Instagram page. It is our community. It is our short form tarot community page. Just go ahead and check it out, because all that is required of this transmutation and for you to move into safer waters away from these hateful environments is your intention, pal 3. And I'm sorry, that was very difficult for me to engage with, okay? Because I definitely feel like there are dangers, okay, or people you have to stay aware, because there's so much danger in people who want to harm you because of your aura and you're pretty, okay? A Gemini, Pluto, and Archangel Haniel, okay? So this person's name can start with the letter N, okay? I also feel like this could have been a masculine who is jealous of you, okay, who was very unattractive. Pal 3, okay? Check out the Vice and Virtue series, okay? On our short form tarot Instagram page, okay? It's our community. We also have a Facebook page. I'm just not that active on Facebook, so you can join that group. I hope maybe one day we can get that going again, but but let's somebody here is very jealous of your joy, okay? They're very jealous of your pretty, and it doesn't even have to mean that you're traditionally pretty. It just means that your pretty experiences and your pretty life, okay, and what brings you so much joy and fulfillment. I feel like right now you are in a situation with this Plutonic energy where you're having to remember your power. You're going through a tense rebirth, okay? But you are being regenerated, and you're being asked to really transcend what you know, redeem yourself, and come out stronger, okay? I'm hearing that somebody here, I'm definitely getting like, I hate to say stuff like this, but it feels like, you're just in such a beautiful, pretty, feminine energy. You might just you need a masculine that's going to protect you. And I just feel like you're looking for a strong masculine, a provider, somebody who, is going to protect you and keep you safe. But I feel like, Pluto, I don't even want to talk about this, but it feels like if you're out in public or you're walking around late at night, and just beware of people who might see you and just see your vulnerability and see your femininity. And, I'm hearing people who might want, who become obsessed with you, or they're keeping track of your schedule, and people who are stalking you, or wanting to kidnap you. Okay, be very safe. I'm hearing rape. Okay, I don't mean to be very triggering, but we're talking about this. All right. This person, it just feels like there's been somebody wants to destroy you, or oppress you in some kind of way. It definitely feels like some kind of subversive activity. Okay, some kind of negative energy, darkness, okay? And if you think, I'm definitely getting a lot of Tree of Life energy in this pile. So it feels like, you might have when I think about the Tree of Life, I think about the upper world, the middle world, and the underworld. And you know, the underworld is like, you know, what Pluto rules over, right? It's, you know, what is hidden from you. And I definitely feel like what is hidden from you is someone unsafe that is angry at your joy, or they might, you know, this could even be a stranger, right, that sees you, you know, in your feminine, joyful energy, and, you know, wants to like kidnap you, harm you, like assault you, attack you in some kind of way, okay? And I just need you guys to stay very aware of your surroundings at all times. And you need to get yourself in a safer environment, okay? For some of you guys, you are manifesting your romantic partner and this person is going to keep you safe. But I feel like there's a delay right now, okay? There's definitely a delay. And the best thing that you can do to break down this delay with your person is to like communicate as much as possible, communicate as efficiently as possible, so that you guys can break down any doubt, okay? Break down any criticism in the situation. 10th house, you know, this has been coming out. Gemini energy and 10th house energy has been coming out so much, okay? Like I said, like somebody here may, you know, I don't know if it's somebody around you or someone who may have found your, like the 10th house rules over your public life. So, you know, it could definitely be like somebody who found your like public, you know, social media page, and they like, you know, they become like, it just Pluto energy. This is somebody that may be hidden from you, that is obsessed with you, okay? This might have been someone that you know, have just like intermingled with very briefly, okay, or had a very brief connection with. Okay, somebody's very obsessed. I'm hearing a Cancer. A Cancer is very obsessed. Okay, this person might be like a dancer, or they like, I don't know, I'm also hearing like they might have worked in the same workplace as you. You know, somebody's very obsessed, okay, with you, your career, your public life, okay? And the joy that you're getting from that, okay? This person could also be a Scorpio, because that's, you know, Scorpio, you know, Pluto rules Scorpio. Or Pisces. Yeah, I always get like a lot of Pisces energy. This person's name could be Janet. I'm also getting the name Faith. Their name might be Faith, and I'm also getting the name, I'm also getting like this might be roommates, or people that you, like strangers that you see. Somebody is like, somebody that was very coercive, maybe even, like, you know, somebody here is just like, I'm hearing that they're unsafe. These people, like, their energy is unsafe. You're very sensitive to their, like, you're psychologically sensitive to this energy, because you are so, you know, thought-provoking. You're so mentally inclined. You're just like, these people are very, very obsessed, okay? Very, very obsessed. And some of this is very overwhelming, okay? Because you can't like have peace anywhere you go because of your beauty. Power 3. Yeah, okay? Your 10th house involves service, okay? It involves, you know, your passions, okay? You're so passionate about this, what you're doing. But I feel like, you know, people, they just can't, they can't handle, like, you know, the joy that you receive from doing all that makes your heart sing with joy, all your passions, okay? This Pisces, I'm hearing that they're sick in bed, like, you know, they're sick, something's wrong with them. I'm also hearing that this might be a masculine as well, that can't, like a Piscean masculine that you may have walked away from. And they're seeing you transform and regenerate and rebirth yourself and coming out stronger, and doing this service, and they're obsessed with you. You know, I'm hearing the name Andre. I'm hearing the name that starts with the letter F, okay? A name that starts with the letter D. You know, these people are obsessed with your reputation, your career, your public life. Some of you guys, you might have been drawn to Power 1 in the reputation video, okay? It was a strong Piscean energy there. But it definitely feels like these people, they're just like, they may have been, I don't consider them to be wasteful relationships. These people who ideally could not deal with you because of your beauty, I'm hearing your inner beauty, most importantly. I feel like these people were just like evil spirits, or they just like they might be involved, like, I don't know, honey, please be careful outside in the public. You know, some people are just involved in crime. And I know that we like to beautify and romanticize our lives, and we just are focused on joy and our passion and our service. But let's be real, there's a lot of subversive activity going on out here. There's a lot of criminals, okay? A lot of criminals out here. I'm also hearing that some people, these people that you're dealing with, they have been plagued with like viruses and sexually transmitted diseases that they can't get rid of. These people, they don't have education, or they're not intellectuals. Some of them, they socialize too much, they talk too much on their phone, they're watching too much TV. You know, these people that you're dealing with that, you know, I don't know why you've been in these environments. Maybe you just come from these scarce situations. Like, it's some of this you can't help, pal 3, because, you know, I'm hearing family members, siblings, you know, you're psychologically sensitive to them, because you have, you know, these are your roots, right? You can't forget where you came from, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much, you know, how many socioeconomic statuses you transcend in your life. If you come from poverty, there's going to be those poor people watching you for the rest of your life, okay? Some of these people, they waste a lot. They're very disorderly and just bad to the environment. You know, you're very like you're very like service oriented. Some of you, I just have images of you doing community service. I'm hearing like working with Habitat for Humanity and planting trees and shit. Like, I just feel like a lot of you guys are just like very service oriented at soup kitchens, helping the poor and the needy, and just doing this work that you are passionate about, because it's something where you had to redeem yourself, some things that you transcended and came out stronger, and you're still coming out of this, and this is your career of service, right? I feel like you are searching for fulfillment and joy, and you will have that, okay? With this 10th house energy, it definitely feels like a Capricorn energy here, okay? Like somebody who's very disciplined, tenacious, and just like resilient. You're so resilient. And I feel like your dreams and like what you want to accomplish and your true desires are being fulfilled, and they are. And I feel like in this search and this seeking of fulfillment, these dangerous people around you, these psychologically dangerous people, okay? These physically dangerous people. I feel like your beauty, your inner and outer beauty is just so like, for some of them, they are so attracted to it. They have like this spontaneous desire and urge to kind of like, you know, maybe like want to kidnap you or coerce you in some way. They're obsessed. They're obsessed. They're obsessed. They're obsessed. And that's abnormal. These people, no matter who they are, these family members who could not fulfill, they're obsessed with your seeking your joy. They're obsessed with your social image, your public life. They're obsessed with you. I'm hearing for some of you guys, there's a sister that is very, 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 very disturbed, okay? And I feel like they're in denial. Like what we read earlier, some of them, they're just in denial. And they try to make it seem like they're this nurturing, caring, and supportive person of you. But really, the reason why they want to be close to you is to get your information. The reason why they want to be close to you is so that they can take up all your time talking all day. The reason why they want to be close to you is so they can psychologically impact you, okay? And you know, try to serve as an obstacle. Like, the thing is, for some of you guys, this is where I feel like this is happening. This is the issue. For some of you guys out there, you're dealing with family members that you disconnected from. Like, you had to cut your family off, okay? And it's because you've had to break so many generational curses and move past so much ancestral trauma and patterning, just so much like epigenetic trauma, okay? And I feel like you come from these very, very like scarce environments. I'm gonna say for most of you, okay? And even if you come from wealth, it feels like you know, it's some of the stuff is embedded in our DNA to be violent, okay? And you're just trying to transmute all this, okay? And like, somebody is obsessed with you. And I feel like, you know, if you have like a routine and schedule, I'm definitely feeling like, You need to switch up your routes. You need to switch up your routine. You know, somebody wants to kind of like, you know, assault you, sexually harass you, psychologically harass you. I'm hearing gang stalkers, okay? A group of people, just like a bunch of people who are obsessed with your reputation. And all you're doing is fulfilling and achieving, right? Your destiny, living your dreams, yeah. And being pretty as hell doing it, okay? Having selfless devotion and dedication to your spirit, because this is your service and not any other materialistic or egoic pursuit. This is passion, Power 3. This is joy. This is power and transformation. Something that they can never realize or actualize into because they're too busy stuck in obsession and abnormality. All right? Like I said, with this ancestral patterning here, okay, with this detective, some of it you need to be very observant. All right? Very observant, Power 3. Yeah, because there's somebody here that doesn't want you to have the truth, but you have a observation and intuition. Okay? Around this Pisces. Yeah, male Pisces. We know. Power 3. We know the truth. And we know that something is psychologically, like a psychological attack. Okay? There was a psychological attack here with the Pisces. And this masculine, they haven't been able to they're obsessed, honey. You have their peace. Do you want to know their karma? Go check out Power 1 in the karma video. You don't want an updated karma video? This person, you have their peace. They're obsessed with you. Some of them, you know, if this is like, you know, people who are plagued with STDs, like, you know, HIV, chlamydia, herpes, like some of them they can't get rid of. Like you can't get rid of herpes, you can't get rid of HIV. Some of these people have had like, you know, children and they just like keep perpetuating like this trauma generationally and they don't heal, okay? You know, these sisters and these brothers and these parents, they're not good. They're not good. They don't care about you. So no matter how much they say, I love you. You know I'm here for you. You can tell me anything. They don't care about you, Power 3. They don't want your dreams fulfilled. Stay away from them. Don't trust them. Anybody coming around pretending to have your back, Power 3, I'm telling you right now, they ain't right. They abnormal. And anybody trying to reconcile, okay? Anybody trying to reconcile, I definitely feel like the ship has sailed for them, honey. It's over. Ain't no reconciling with nobody. I don't care if they family or not, Power 3. It's over for these people who hurt you, okay? Because I feel like they attacked you psychologically and some of them physically, okay? Some of you guys, you really escaped a kidnapper. You escaped some kind of coercion. You escaped these people. Like, you escaped their obsession with you. Some of them, they really have been like people close to you, like siblings. But you've like always been very observant of them, okay? You've always been very observant of them. And you realize that they just were not genuine people. I don't care if they're your mama. They don't care about you. So just, you know, when you talk to them, just keep on pretending. You know, the same way that they are, when really they obsessed with watching you, listening to you, watching you have this selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit, watching you serve humanity with humility, serving, caring for people, helping people heal their trauma. Okay, you have this reputation of just being a good communicator. All right, you're moving past your gift. You have a gift. Okay, and some of you, these are my psychics. Y'all psychic. Okay, y'all just know. Okay. For some of you guys, some of these people tried to steal something from you. Okay. I'm hearing that these people around, and I'm hearing people that you might live with, they might have, try to steal something from you. Okay. So be careful with your belongings. I also feel like, someone tried to steal your joy, okay? And I definitely feel like this is around a man, a masculine. They wanted to steal your joy. They wanted to see you like down and out. This person was abnormal what they did to you, but I feel like you redeemed and you transcended and you came out stronger than ever. And now you're in your servantry. Okay, now your career, your public life, and you have this beautiful reputation. You've been reborn. You're so powerful. In the wake of this person's destruction, you stayed so devoted and dedicated to your spirit and your soul, and you've restored your joy, and your dreams are coming to life, and you've received just a gift. Okay, I'm hearing that some of you guys, you're receiving the gift of your partner, your long-term partner. Yeah, it's over for them. Okay, but these random people, these new environments that you're entering, it's just a lot of abnormality. They're abnormal and they're obsessed. Okay, so beware somebody trying to steal your belongings. Okay, they know that you don't trust nobody. Okay, don't trust them at all. And you're right to not. If some of you made it very clear that you're not trusting nobody, okay? And you're very right in that, because they're jealous, okay? They're very jealous. And even if these are men and you're a woman, or you guys are different genders, whatever, it doesn't. Even if you're a same-sex romantic connection, you thinking that y'all are loving each other, I'm telling you right now, they all mad. Every single one of them. Every single one of them, child. I'm tell you that right now. Somebody here is a spiteful, vengeful liar. This Pisces male. Okay. The Five of Swords. Knight of Swords. A lot of air element here. Lots of it. Okay, so this person can be a water sign or air sign. Huge Scorpio energy, huge Piscean energy, and huge Gemini energy, okay? I'm hearing that there was a huge conflict, okay? And then we have the Two of Wands, beautiful energy. Plan for the future, okay? I feel like the only reason why these people were able to psychologically attack you is because you were the Ace of Cups in the reverse, not loving yourself. You did not have joy anyway, so they stole what was left of it, okay? I also feel like with this Knight of Swords, you've just been so ambitious and taking so much action and just remembering your power, after, trying to resolve this conflict in your life. You're moving forward, okay? I don't worry about you. You're fine, okay? You're very fine. But somebody here with that Five of Swords in reverse was a vengeful, spiteful liar. This Pisces male, they did something very vengeful, or a Gemini male. I'm definitely getting like romantic partners. They were very, very angry at you for your gifts, okay? Very angry at you for your gifts. They're just jealous males, okay? Very nasty. And they're just unhealed masculine energy. And they're not brave, and they're not action taking, and they're indecisive, and they're not strong. They're just liars, and they're vengeful, and they're spiteful because you just outsmarted them. You were smarter than them the whole time, okay? The truth is, they some lames. And you should have never been even fucking with them in the first place, Pile 3. That's the truth of the matter, okay? That's definitely what I'm seeing here. You're moving forward. And they get to sit and be obsessed with you, the spectrum. Ooh, this is what I'm getting, honey. That's exactly what I was getting, because somebody here, these might have been masculines that were on the spectrum, okay? Some of them might have even told you, like, I'm a lesbian, or I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, or you might have questioned their sexuality. It just definitely feels like they're on the sexuality spectrum, and they have, like, issues with feminine, okay? They can't handle a powerful feminine. Some of them, I feel like, especially with this Pluto energy, and subversive activity, some people are kind of, negative towards you because of something rooted in prejudice. Okay, what is the affirmation? I root out and reject prejudice in myself and others. And I feel like with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, you had a lot of prejudice towards yourself, not honoring yourself for who you are, not accepting yourself for certain characteristics that you have. Maybe you weren't honoring yourself for your sexuality. Maybe you weren't accepting of yourself because of it. Maybe because of certain societal standards, you didn't have self-love. And this is how you ended up in these conflicts in the first place. Okay? But the truth is, how they responded to you was abnormal. What they did to you was spiteful. Okay? The truth is, they're struggling with their sexuality. Okay? And they are just, they're not really masculine. They're not really, they're not divine masculine. Okay? And these are people that you serve, ultimately. You might have had to be the sacrifice. But ultimately, these people are very, 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 upset and obsessed. Okay? And the only way to transmute this is with kindness and keep moving forward, child. I definitely feel like this was a spiritual warfare, okay? And I'm hearing that for some of you guys with this beauty energy, like I said, the dangerous people that you're around, if these are new strangers, people who you're not really associated with that much, they're very jealous of your body and your big booty. Some of them, they're very, this is like a psychological warfare. They really try to, harm you psychologically, okay? And you have to trust your intuition of that. For some of you guys, you need to work with Archangel Jeremiah, and you will be I'm hearing you have visions of this, okay? Or you had a psychic download of this situation, of this conflict. This was very spiritual, and they really wanted to psychologically attack you, so that you wouldn't have the joy and self-love to fulfill your dreams and to chase your dreams. But what they did for you was give you a tremendous amount of blessing, because now you're just powerful as fuck, and you're like a cheetah on the prowl. Okay, you're on, you look at that face on that person. Look, you're not playing around. You just try me if you want to. You're gonna get fucked up. Then that's on period. Strangers or people out in the public, they obsess about you too, because of your beauty, okay, and your gifts. And you just, I don't know what to say. Power 3. I want you just to try to get to safer places. Some of you guys, there's so much don't be so excessively judgmental of the physical world, because the physical world is subversive. This physical world is destruction. It is chaos. And you have to be out here right now. And it's okay, because there's a lot of prejudice out here and a lot of, discrimination out here. And honestly, it took you so long to come into self-love, and, you're still working on it. But, people are just some of them, they're even prejudiced to you because of your religion or your spiritual beliefs, right? Your gift, your psychic gift, right? And it's the truth. And I'm hearing that if this person's name is starts with the letter N, or their name is Neil or something like that, this person, they know that you have this gift, and I feel like it took them maybe a long time to realize, to make them a believer, is what I'm hearing, okay? In your gifts. And I feel this cycle is coming to an end, and just your intuition and your great power, to have the truth, it's just you have it. You have the truth. And, this person who didn't want to believe you, you serve them, and they are coming into belief. Ultimately, they have to, because some things you just can't make up, okay? Power 3, some things, it's just too fucking synchronistic. Some things is just you're having too much success, okay, is what I'm hearing. For a lot of you, you're too affirming. You're too, your intuition is too great, and they can no longer deny your gift. And for some of you, they were very prejudiced against you. If this person's name is Neil, or Nancy, or it starts with letter N, this person was very prejudiced towards you because of your spiritual beliefs, okay? And now they're realizing, you know, and even becoming a believer in your gift, okay? And even if they never honored, you know, and rewarded you for this, the karmic justice is still being restored because you will have success anyway, okay? You will have, you know, I'm hearing that the good fortune is going to be tenfold in what you were expecting from here. Some of you guys, you were expecting like a severance, or you were expecting financial compensation or legalities to come out in your favor. And some of you guys, it did not. And it's because people were prejudiced to you, okay? That's what I'm seeing, pile 3. Let me know, you know, this is what you need to know right now. Trust your gifts. Never, never, ever, ever, ever disregard your gift no more. And don't ever let nobody psychologically attack you no more, okay? Because you are so, look, you so aware now, ain't nothing they can do no more to try to steal your joy. All right, keep trying, ho. Let them hoes know. All right, let them up. Them. It's not really even, for y'all, pile 3, it's not even the hoes. It's the men, okay? These men are very, very, very spiteful and vengeful and liars. Okay, some of them, they're gossiping, especially a Gemini. They're very gossipy about you, and they don't even know you that well, is what I'm hearing. They mad, pile 3. Send them kindness. Bye.